and welcome back to Inside the Man Cave, where I showcase my pop culture collection. In this episode, we are looking at another Starlog Magazine, issue 134 from September 1988. And this is the Starlog Magazine. Now, if you don't know what Starlog is, it's a science fiction magazine based on different films and sci-fi films. Again, this was before the internet, so you get to know all your different movie news and TV shows and everything revolved around science fiction and action and you know, all other stuff. Now, we've got a big focus here on Roger Rabbit, so that is really cool. We've got another little segment here with Tom Hanks, with Big, some Star Trek stuff. Now, you'll find in these Starlog magazines, there is so much Star Trek, as much as Star Wars, but very much Star Trek. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to try and do as less commentary as can. I'm going to try and get as much of the writing so you can read it if you'd like. It's going to be in a complete open book here experience. So you're welcome to pause the video, and if you want to read anything, and again, I will try and capture as much as I can. So that is the front cover. So we'll get a little bit closer look into it. But there we go. But again, a big focus on Roger Rabbit. And then we'll just turn over here. And right from the back, we've got an ad. Now, these are so cool, these magazines, because it's like a time machine. As I said in other episodes, it's like you're going back in time. In this, we're going back to September 1988, well before I was born. But here is a cool Star Trek thing, the VHS collection of Star Trek. And then over here, you have the table of contents of everything that is going to be in the magazine. So again, you see some Doctor Who stuff there and Roger Rabbit. So that is the front cover entrance page. From last week's video, we actually did see a preview of the Willow game. Now, I didn't even know this actually existed, but I think it's in books or whatever it is. I don't know, but you can get your copy there. And then from the bridge is a little information from the editor and all the good people. So we'll dive a deeper look in. So you're welcome to read it if you like as well. Here we have the communications page where viewers can write in and discuss all things sci-fi and nerd stuff. So I'll try and get as much as this as I can. And again, you're welcome to pause this video and read them. Enjoy. Now, as much as I do love 80s cinema, I've actually never seen this film before, Short Circuit, but it's definitely one on my viewing list to watch. have the Fan Network, where they get to tell all the viewers about all the cool pop culture events and Comic Cons around that date and what's coming up in the future. Here we've got some ads for other Starlog and Fangoria magazines, and then this little article here with, I think, about a film with Jeff Goldblum and Cyndi Lauper. Here we have is a Starlog interview with some of the side characters from the 80s film Willow. Here we've got another look at communications and a look into Star Trek: The Next Generation. Here we have a look at Doctor Who is played by Sylvester McCoy, and they talk about his sort of first year playing the Doctor. Here we begin our first look into Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Up next, we have the Starlog Trading Post. Next, we have a look at the Tom Hanks film, Big. here we have the classified section, pretty much the 1980s version of eBay, where people can sell all the different stuff from movie posters to VHS tapes to different collectibles. So let's go back in time and have a look what everyone was selling back then. Well, that is it for our Starlog Magazine. Thank you guys for joining me. That is it. That's the end of the book. That is the back cover. We get to have a little look at the Rambo magazines and Rocky magazine. So that's pretty cool. The official movie books. But that is it. That is the Starlog Magazine. We get to have a little look at Roger Rabbit. There was some cool interviews with Star Trek The Next Generation, even a look at Tom Hanks' film Big. So there's a mix of different things. There's not just all sci-fi films and everything like that. So it's a cool mix of just all movies. Well, thanks for joining me as we traveled to 1988. I will see you guys in another episode of my Starlog Magazine.